What's going on, YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Batgirls issue number 6. This one's written by Becky Cloonan, Michael W. Conrad, with art by Jorge Corona. And this is the end of the first story arc in the Batgirls storyline. Now, I say what I say about every issue of Batgirls so far. It doesn't really fit within the continuity of the rest of the DC universe in terms of characterizations and all that. Like, Cass and Steph feel like little children, the way they're kind of written in this thing, like way younger than like everything else that's going around. So it feels a bit out of sync, and I think it works best if you kind of look at this as like a standalone Elseworlds thing rather than in fitting with the rest of the ongoing continuity, because just the way they're just all so very childlike and very different than the way they're written in some of the other books at DC. That said, if you kind of look at it as its own thing, I think it works in that regards. Like, it's lighthearted, it's fun, I guess. Like I said, it's something more geared towards younger readers. So, like I said, there's that issue I have with it being set in the current universe. It doesn't really fit well. The characterization's a bit too childish, but it's lighthearted, it's innocent, and I think if it's kind of an Elseworld thing, then I think it works in that regard. So, got to get that out of the way, like I say every single month. So anyways, Barbara Gordon, who is off doing her thing here, is going toe-to-toe with Spellbinder. She kicks the crap out of him for the most part, I guess, with fear toxin stuff. Steph and Cass are dealing with Tutor, who was one of the other villains who was kind of manipulated by Spellbinder. They have to save the zombified people. They have to put an end to Spellbinder. And basically, by the end of it, it involves launching a bomb off. Like, there's one really kind of terrifying panel of Stephanie, like right here, where she just kind of goes completely crazy. She's in her little car here. She's got a bomb here. There's a bit of a false, like a false ending, kind of, where it makes you think that Stephanie is the one who got killed in this bomb explosion, but it's really kind of something else. As you can see, like, they set you up. Oh, did she really not make it? No, of course not. I mean, this is a book called Batgirls. I'm pretty sure Stephanie Brown dying would be a bigger deal. But anyway, so that goes on there. The three of them are kind of bonded together nice and closely. And then the very end of the issue, Seer shows up to their exact location. So that's actually kind of an interesting one. Seer turns herself in to the Batgirls. Now, we know what's going on with Seer and how she's kind of manipulated everything going on, and Seer seemed like a bigger threat during the events of Fear State, but now Seer just kind of seems like a kid at this point. So I don't know what they're going to really do with Seer, but it's kind of interesting that Seer just kind of up and just like turns herself in. It's like, I found your location, so I got you all right here. So yeah, in terms of an ending to the first story arc, I think it works for the most part. Like I said, they found the villains, they took them down, and now we have Seer, who was up with the Batgirls. I thought that was a kind of interesting ending, or way to kind of end the storyline, with the villain kind of like the secret villain behind a lot of the other stuff that's going around just kind of up and shows up on their doorstep. I'm like, okay, now this is kind of interesting. Like, a villain just outright reveals themselves right to them, like, hey, here I am. So, like, it kind of changes things up a little bit, makes it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more exciting, in terms of like where the next storyline is going to go. So, yeah, like I said, 6 issues for the first story. I think that's a good starting point for any kind of comic book series. Like, if you're gonna do a story arc, I think 6 is a good place to kind of like wrap up like a first big story arc. Now we can kind of go into something a little bit different, hopefully something a little bit more exciting, kind of past the whole Magistrate Fear State kind of stuff that was going on, because I feel like that just kind of like infected the book for a little bit. But now it feels like, okay, we got Seer here, maybe after this we can go into something a little bit different. Like I said before, like, this doesn't really fit so well within the rest of the universe. Like, why is Barbara Gordon like living here, and then she's also like living in Bloodhaven with Dick Grayson in the Nightwing book? I tend to like take the Nightwing book a little bit more seriously in terms of like characterization, at least for Barbara Gordon, than I do in here. I mean, I gotta try and accept this as both being in the same universe, but it really doesn't fit so well. But with that said, like I said, it's lighthearted, it's innocent. Like, I can't really be too mad at this thing. Like, it doesn't do anything that really infuriates me. It just doesn't quite fit with the rest of the universe. But like I said, if you look at it as an Elseworld thing, I think younger readers will enjoy something like this. Maybe perhaps some Gotham Academy readers. Like, it's that style. So if you're into that style, I think you'll like it. If that's a little bit too much, a little bit too jarring, I think some people will take issue with it. Basically, everything I've said about every other issue in this run, the same thing applies to here. So, but like I said, it's innocent enough for me. It's not really annoying me so much. I think it's fine. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on Batgirls number 6. Let me know what you thought of it in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, share it to friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content. Got some more comic book reviews coming up, trying to catch up right now. I got a couple more things that I didn't get to the past couple weeks. I'm going to try and be all caught up by tomorrow. So I'm just going to record a bunch of videos and just have them all out ready to go. And then I'll be all set for Tuesday, and then we can kind of like continue to move on from there. So that's all I got to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.